Half a day, buenas dan saludo para todo si Mani kung binigay programan Marianas Agupa. Ang sabalo talo Stefanielos ginini oran alas 9 gagan, hasta oran alas 11. Undang kululu na kulo para todo samto ni Mani kung binigay 100.3. FAMA, ritutumulo kwesti gi tunin radio, gi interit mundo, umuhudso nga estilo kwe gi Marianas Agupa YouTube, jadi Facebook. Live pagunahani para tanapan halom ato siya na kandidato i maufrefresi siya para panmanid bigigat po na islan luta kumuat kadi. Lo antisa di tanapan halom siya kandidato para tapan adingan paguna sabalog with the Marianas Agupa forum. Tanako na siya pinini na i humuhugwi programata sinsiya siya tisinya manhuzungin ang sabalog. Pues mala, tatapan sige mo nagbini. Pagunahani September dia 10, 2022 después de mapanyagon Jesucristo. At isinya man malifay na Finonia difunto si Monsignor Antonelli naginin guiza zangiza posta na hululo si Isaina Jesucristo gilina lata kada dia. Paguna dia talo ta sustained gi tronкон sigidizas mga matmalefa fadelos na mangyes tinagolay law tisinya man malefait na humuhugwi programata paguna sabalo i anonymous donor si Jus Masi saludo para i anonymous donor lokwe gi kwat manera hakakat sumo na programan Marianas Agupa sabalo i Diabetes Prevention Foundation si Jus Masi Taber Foundation dylantaber.com esta humuzong izonya track i soundbed gi programan Marianas Agupa wala datanaw lo kay saludo panelos i Bravo Pharmacy and Wellness Center mga manmalefay time check at 9:02 bago na sabalo
Siyantin amod dyan hinimlo. I-Bravo Pharmacy dyan Central Maulit na hinimlo. Pronto dyan listo na sedisyon amod para hinimlo. Agang watugi 233 amod 233-2668. Email is on prescription di bravomeds@gmail.com. Mabababa ginin lunis esta Viernes. Ginin ioran alas 9 gigan, esta ioran alas 6 ipopoy. Sabalo, ginin ioran alas 9 gigan, esta ioran alauna gitaluan talo. Agan wato 233 amo 233-2668.
All right, time check. Bravo Pharmacy and Wellness Center mga malefan para refill yamon mo giza garapan kakban zani nuevo na ramas giza dandan. Time check at 9:02 pa una sabalo. Lokwe tisinya man malefan na garapan public farmers market manggagigis siya i kiniset sa nilancho gininsiya siya lansiruta muna panyo tsutsuhit gi kwat manera i lansero gi interit mundo promodudo si deng kanota usdang kululu na saludo para i lansero ginigisangkatan na Islas Marianas si Jus Masi segwe si Leroy si Paula man fresco siya nagolay talo bisita watu ginin Lunes hasta Viernes. All right? Pues Ace Air Conditioning mga man malefa dangin gwa problema ni air conditioning karitamo bisita si Aimee gaya kita tinitaro su garapan. Aimee dangin gwa tempon medyo visa ya turirat manaligran air conditioning karitamo. Bago dangin bumiyahe papaluta mga malefa natin saga di Coral Garden Rota Hotel gaya gikan tuntasi seksikindo sinosirit. All right? Coral Garden Rota Hotel. Wala na tatsuli klema, maputumogen no gini ni Joten Markets and Department Stores, Shop Local, Shop Joten. Mga malefan no? Wala na tatsuli klema.
This weather is brought to you by Joten Markets and Department Store, Shop Local, Shop Joten. Iklema pagunahani Nina patutuzi hanzo gini I Medtown Joten zan I Departamentong Tendasiha. Shop local, shop Joten.
Alright, i-klema para pagunahani 82 para minay penya gitaluani. I-manglo ginin haza, logo, katan. Sige, kinalampiting niya i-manglo gi 4 meters gi ora. Okay, nigi i-pagunahani para may partly cloudy, talo, mapatumagin no. Ginin i-Joten Markets and Department Store Shop, local shop Joten, zamala, tatapan sige mo nagbini. Sa walokwi kulo para tanafan huzong pago na sabalo, pinili na mala panilos sa kulo. Lokwi ginin todo dos siya imani luta pinili na. Daw na benay kulo izoko granddaughter si Kadalea Bonilla. Happy 6th birthday Kadalea if you're listening. Para si RB Camacho Lokwi. Happy birthday, kandidato si RB para Kading. Happy birthday. I-former governor si Juan Babauta. Juan Nekay Babauta, happy birthday. Para si Ed Barcidas, happy birthday. Kulo Lokwi Ed. Kulo Lokwi si Ed na kandidato para Lutagi House. Para si Juan Tenorio John, happy birthday Kulo para Hago. Mapatumagin na ganin todo si familia. Davian Manglonyang Manapapa Luta para si Roscoe Pico Train. You got your ears on, Roscoe. Ray Castro. Naginumeko ko ginaw gid sa Oregon and Tilacio. Happy birthday Kulo. Carlin Regis gid sa Nevada. Happy birthday Kulo Carlin. Ben Pitek. Naginumeko ko ginaw gid sa Coblerville. Happy birthday Kulo Ben. Olivia Alef Tenorio. Hawulokwe. Ray Palacios. Happy birthday Kulo. Rose Jones, naginumeko ka, happy birthday Kulo. Si Susana De Leon Guerrero, happy birthday Kulo. Para hagulo ko Shani Joy Cabrera, happy birthday Kulo. Bucky Leita Christian Manzanares, happy birthday Kulo. Hagulo ko Lu Guenaw gi Islan Guahan, special na Kulo. Naginumeko ka Guenaw. Jeridine Taisakan, happy birthday Kulo gini familia. Tapos mala, zatakan sige mo nagmini. Wa pinili na siya asunto para tanang huzong. Ang bisa dita na panalo ni Zota candidates for Rhoda Mayor. Pinili na gwa siya, importante siya na asunto ipatalang nusuzong. Maorganisa panilos ifinini na Ikangman Agricultural Farms and Producers Association munhazan esta. Ready to conduct business. Manaay lisensya esta. Za ma-charter, ma-lisensya na para fan-asustini ilang siluta para este siya anmat to este tempon hailas na siya ma-produce siya ng kano. Langin problema transportasyon ginin lago magi guaha esta siya kumatsui manotauta siya este siya na lang siluta Pumatinas estina organisasyon, Ikangman Agricultural Farm and Producers Association, the ma-charter. Ginigap na o sinogi Huwebes na haani, manhunta esti siya na grupo sa mapasa resolution. Este na resolution para ma-establish si Finance Committee. Este na Finance Committee para ginihilui as former Representative Bill William Ada. The estina resolution hapapaisin i-gobernamento, hapapaisin si Governor Torres, hapapaisin i-Secretary of DLNR, i-Department of Agriculture, no assistance, financial assistance, may sinya nagwa opisina, kausinya man na SEDBDD sa lapi ARPA para estina organisasyon, lakos aki ukinadga mo na esti siya na no kwepo para ma-produce ng kano dagin matto este tempon hailas siya na lansero za todos siya man sauno necessaryo na tauto o lansero ni Kangman gezi farm plot siya man sauno masya hodin na lansero na man malago produce ng kano para itaw-tawta usa nigi za hululo apanelos estamos organiza no I-segundo gwini guahag gwini lo question man halom ud i-report siya na gualing niya na taigwes siya na report gi Department of Commerce di umuhuzong este siya gi website pues humuzong sa gumawa komunikasyon sa ni Departamento ni Commerce, Mr. Justin Andrew sa Hungan, no na huzong esta ginigat na haani estiling niya Economic Indicator Report fourth quarter 2021. Inigi ma-update pues man matsutsugi pa ako gipresenti first quarter and second quarter 2022 which is siya na informasyon na panelos isinya ni naliyaw tumay mano kinahulo niya presyo siya i-consumer price index i-annual inflation rate zangingwaha mas munisita na para utsuli siya informasyon para manaplika gratis está na pago available in second quarter fourth quarter 2021 matsutsugi second quarter para luta ng tinian está ma-update i first quarter 2022 kumahulo pulo menos 4% kinaulo niya i-inflation rate kita luta kita tinian kumahulo no 1% kinaulo niya i-inflation rate di first quarter 2022. Kasi nigi ano, naging mas informasyon check agwato si Justin Andrew, Department of Commerce, lo nigi. Nesta sige mo naman matsugwi, siya na informasyon available now ki online para tulos ato siya man malago man manuli informasyon. Ipresente pa ako gwa inatungtung gihalom i-quit pun i-legislatura pun asuntun budget 2023 na budget. Yung maafaksa siya i-finasin niya si Governor Torres dan malang nusuzong ginin sampapa na guma. Titatungo ka umapasay na winigi ultimon September dia 30 zanggin ti mapasay na. Paki itong kiko afanelo sa siyempre ma-shutdown i-government. Taza maturisa para katsutsu zanggin ti mapasa esti budget 2023 antes di o factos din na haani imasenyala para Octubre dia 1 na paututunwe este na budget year. World news, mala data ka na what to the world news, esta tatungo, tintingo, law esta hadinguhit rarainan Inglaterra si Queen Elizabeth II ginigat na haani. Tagwena bulas siya nina fan Fontun man piniti tauto itodit enterit mundo put bulas siya maski 70 anyos sirbisyo na hanagwa no wiza dumirihi mo na estina nasyon i-Commonwealth, head of the Commonwealth, the kumahulo ilay niya si King Charles III wiza pago para uray the siyempre managwaha no corona si King Charles III dito sigun ginin informasyon na antes di factory na resize meses na tempo. Kasi nige imasusesi nige sa Washington DC apanelos esta tatungo na esta manain no autoridad financen niya si Trump para este special no master lo munahalong Department of Justice na masangangan ni Lokwi i-hoist na imunahuzong yan na nangganadza, por favor, nangganadza sa sinya desisyon mo, ti umafaksa dyan ipalabra niyan langmos para hagon no Judge Cannon. Kasi nige manhalong i-appeal na dyan timuzong yan yung 5 dias yung alegre na desisyon mo, o siyempre ma-appeal gi circuit court latat kilo dyan gayfut sa no fakultin federal. Okay? Kung saan masuseside. Gi-islan guahan, umuzong estan, na guahan lokwe no atsakinya idota no Governor Lou de Leon Guerrero, manahalong, gimakos na simana. Lo esta humuzong ginigap, umuzong na esta maulig sidentenya muna, mates, za ahit ti COVID-19. Za humuzong yan na ma-ispitat si President Governor, anay munhadzan i-forum na makondukta i-forum di Island Guam dyan so na opponent si former Governor Felix Camacho pusan nige masusesidi unggan lolo law ti COVID-19 si Governor Lou de Leon Guerrero pus maulik para muna pwede sofo mas muna na sige muna mapitsige na Iota no Guam correspondent Mr. Peter Santos no gihalatsa esta paugo no gumay ki paugo na hapit sisige silo ki para falogo para Attorney General di Island Guam como kandidato write-in candidate para si Peter Santos. Pues pwede si luta Peter no gumalo ko no oportunidad na siya manit bigwan og Island Guam. Wala tanag wa break bini. Wag no sunido Island ito na tanapan hawlo mesti siya manggay gipresente pago. Ito tamero candidate from the beautiful island of Luta. Wala data nakihalo. All right. Tatutun sa primo na siya okay mala tanahalo. Tanahalo si Al, sagay si Al. Tanahalo si Magdalena, si Desca. Of course si Aubrey. All right. Talaga si Senator Santos, then si Harry. All right. Sa susunod ko. Buenas, can you hear me? Can you hear me yet?
Yes, I can.
Okay. All right. You have
Yes,
Al.
clear in my end.
Al. You're number 1 on the ballot. Number 2. Number 3 on the ballot. Number 4. Who's number 4?
Aubrey Hoppe.
Okay, number 5. Si Denang. Okay, so we have 1, 3, and 5. Is that correct?
Roger.
All right, so stand by.
Then
What's the one?
Okay, we're waiting for Secretary. And all right. I saw Secretary earlier joining in, and then she got out. I don't know if she's gonna join in again. Wala ko din sa kapansigibo na bilin sa sige dito kanto Mayo Forum. Yota CNMI 2022. Wala data pinili na no just napinahan ko na sunido. Alright, okay. Okay, I can see Terry, Senator Santos is trying to join in. Your device is not connected yet, Senator Santos. Please correct your device before we start. And we're still waiting for Mr. Musga, Mr. Harry Musga. For those listening, on Marianas Agupa forum for the mayoral candidate for the beautiful island of Rhoda. All the candidates are given the rules for today's forum, and they will start using their number on the ballot, number 1, 2, 3, and so on. There are 5 candidates seeking the office of the mayor. Okay, I think we have Senator Santos here. So we got one more. So, okay, I'm getting a message from Mr. Musga. Hold on. Please bear with us, candidates. I'm trying to log in. Please assist. Okay. The link is in your email, Mr. Musga. Okay, so while we wait for Mr. Musca, we're gonna start the opening statement from the candidates, mayoral candidates, starting from Mr. Alfred Manel, who's number one on the ballot. And, again, for those listening, we will not take any question until after the closing statement or before the closing statement. I'll announce that later on in the program. There are questions that have been submitted by the public already, and I'll ask the question to the candidates myself. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open the forum, the mayoral forum from the beautiful island of Lita, starting with the number one on the ballot, Mr. Alfred Aimel. Welcome to the Marianas Agupa forum, Mr. Aimel.
Thank you. Buenas and Hofte, Dr. Luther, both on and off island. My name is Alfredo Tasican Tabernacle. I'm also known called Alfred or Al. Just to give you a brief biography about myself, my parents are Moises Songal Tamanel and the late Esperanza Tasican Tamanel. I have 6 siblings. I'm married to Monica Guerrero Tamanel, and we have 5 children, 14 grandchildren, and 1 great granddaughter. I attended both elementary and secondary school in Guam, took several courses with University of Maryland, Central Texas College while in the military. My work experience includes 13 years with the U.S. Army as a motor sergeant and also an advisor to the National Guard and Reserve. I then worked for the U.S. Postal Service for 29 years, retiring as a letter carrier supervisor. Although my parents took us out of Guam at an early age, my heart has always been here in Rhoda. I love Rhoda, and because of the love that I have for Rhoda, I knew I'll always return. Also, with the present CNMI situation and the projected forecast of an economic depression, we're looking at a bleak future. However, I have the vision of how Rhoda can thrive, and I have the experience and background to get us there. I can make a difference if you give me your vote of confidence at the upcoming election. Thank you. Hasta luta.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Taimanel. That's your opening statement. Let's go to number 2 on the ballot. Number 2 on the ballot. Go ahead and your opening statement.
Good morning, Marianas Agupa, and most especially our electorates and our dear people of Rhoda and all those listening to this very important Marianas Agupa sponsored forum. I would like to extend gratitude to you, Mr. Manglonia, for giving us this opportunity to articulate on our position as to the issues affecting our island. I think this is a forum that would be beneficial to our electorates, our people, so that they can hear, listen, and know where we stand on issues, again, affecting the island of Rhoda. And so with this, I'm ready for the questions.
Okay. Thank you for that opening statement, Senator Santos. Number 3 on the ballot. Go ahead with your opening statement. Oh, we don't have number 3 on the ballot. Number 4 on the ballot. I'm sorry.
Hafadain, good morning. My name is Aubrey Manglonia Hokuk, number 4 on the ballot, candidate for Luta Mayor. I am the daughter of George and Lucy Hokuk, granddaughter to Prudencio and Anna Hokuk, as well as Fortunato and Maria Manglonia. So I am offering and seeking the humbly asking for the support of our constituents of the beautiful precinct number 7, beautiful island of Rhoda, to allow us an opportunity to engage and to share our vision and to execute our plan of action to help push Rhoda forward and to create that island community that our future generation deserve.
Thank you, Ms. Hokuk. We'll go to the candidate number 5 on the ballot. Go ahead.
Buenas, Jan saludo para todos mangguaydzadzon na familia Jan man atungo gitodo iklobos. Si Diyos masi loki sinyot manglonya podeste na oportunidad. Guahu si Magdalena Pinaula San Nicolas Mesngon. Asa Juan Antonio King Mesngon. Guaha Sekti Famagon Mami Jan 10 Famagon Niha Lokwe. Sumasagado Sinapalo 1. Gihilo este na inadingan malago jo para bayu planta ikanayhu ihinasoku jan todo e eksperyensyahu na para ta kontinua jan tan namaulik mona itanota luta. Umiskwela jo giskwelan takpilo giroda jo. Miskwela Loki Marianas NMC utuli joku associate o miskwela Loki Universidad Guahan UOG utuli joku Bachelor of Arts matoto jo gibandan nengkano gi FNET gi NMC luta mo maestran sa moruto jan Loki maestran ikatkwet na Ingo gi eskwela. Matoto lokpi gi opisina ni Madzot ki papa i grupo ni Ifamalawan. Dui rikoradzo gi departamenton ikumad sang kultura gi papa i administrasyon ipago na Madzot as Mayor Ephraim Atalik. Site specialist jo gi presenti gi Sinapalo Head Start. Bumor Humanities Board jo lokwe ge 4 años malofan. Sumauno jo loki ge Pacific Island Bilingual Bicultural Mumembro jo jan loki Promisidenta giniluta. Fet jo ay fanajuda ge publiko jan bayasisti todo i komunidad ginini edukasyon ho jan i experienciahu hugagagaw todo iman kungo nagwahu si Magdalena Pinaula San Nicolas Mesngon hu intretrigado watu gi komunidad na parabay fanajuda ja hugagagaw loki isaputasyon medyo ja nibotong kumpiyansa gi November dia 8 2022. Si Diyos Masi. Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Okay. Good morning, talo para todos. Iman eko talo no esta sige na humaulo ni Zota number 3 on the ballot, candidate Harry Musga. So we'll just go straight to Mr. Musga to have his opening statement. And mga man balay pa na sinya loki man pinot sa moro amzo. Let speak in vernacular. Siya man went to pinot sa moro. Pantena. Pues para hago, Mr. Musga, ang ito mo opening statement.
Opening statement.
Okay. I cannot hear you. Okay,
Buenas.
Okay.
Buenas. Si Diyos Masi Mr. Glenn, manglo niya, todos gumelulo todos gumelulo na hinano kwentos.
Okay, go ahead with your opening statement. Get your mic again back on.
Guahu si Harry Atalik Masga, who sosuzo esti na siza oficinan majot sa malagbo zo na bay na panli ipubliko na intensyon zan hapasya na tsotso ni man tsotso gi esta pago za no gihilo esti guahat sininte ko zan hinasoko na nuevo na intensyon na sinagi segun gi u paposkwi esta na tsotso ne monazan idinang kulohu eskwela zo gwini pues hu na funazan izo ko high school iza Guam ubira zo magi mumatsotso zo gi CNMI legislature ha empleado si difunto is senador yes Benjamin si John Joseph Inos, si former mayor, si Julian Calvo, dan si Misael Ogo. Después de enao, hubiera zo magi humatso zo gibangko Guam. Pues, hu extendi ajuduho guatu gi ofisinang gobyerno, matso zo gi Department of Custom. Pues humano zo talo za hu continua y ajudo mumatsozo zo gi cinema immigration matsozo zo gui 19 años 8 meses antisa de bay hu continua talo manyet bigi publiko gi papa oficinan de la gaduta gi Estados Unidos gi as Gregorio gi honorable Gregorio Camacho Sablan. Pues gihilo estin o gagagaw hamzo sa bula no taatan tafafana na tsotso dan grasya na itapalupafan gwigwini zagilo estin na malago zo na inaizo nestina kudet jangin siya kasu na bay hufatu tsui hamzo zata ajuda mas umatbansa tumonik mo na itanota gisano zan maulik para iman mamayla siya na restaurant si Zeus Masi.
Okay, si Zeus Masi po din ang talo Mr. Masga. Para tuloy si manito binigi programan Marianas Agupa pagunahaani masinyala para STE Mayor Forum para the beautiful island of Luta pagunahaani sa Istanbul Hazan STE opening statement para siya manilutan ay ma-preface siya para kon manajuda gi kapasidad no at kadi binigi mamamayla na eleksyon sa umpisa dita suli siya ay question gini ni publiko guasta no munhazan esta ma pudman ay para tapaisin didide waha siya manahalum siya question siyempre munhazan esta siya ito na tapaisin luta kau sinyalopi ma suli estisia gini ni publiko. Os pinili na number 1 on the ballot, Mr. Alfred Taimanya, 3 minutos na para no respond to na question para no i-list na yung priority, yung top 3 priorities ihalugid 100 días zangin hago mailihi kumu at kadi binigi mamamayla na eleksyon kan hasta mano na paron media na kau dinansi ipidado mo gitres na priority. Okay, Mr. Time now 3 minutes.
Thank you again, Mr. Maglonia. My focus as a mayor will be a total quality management. One of them will be specifically the public service. I want to be able to maximize the efficiency and effectiveness of public service in terms of quality and quantity. Secondly, is the accountability of all government agencies, their services and their resources, and that's through the audit of positions and fundings. Like I said earlier, with the bleak future that we have for the financial situation that the CNMI is facing, I just want to be ensured, or better yet, I want to make sure that we do have the proper or the individuals in place to ensure that things are taken care of as accordingly planned out, or whatever is designated to be taken care of. And that's just to make sure that the health and well-being of the people and the island of Rhoda are taken care of. That's my main priority to that. Thirdly, I want to be able to develop and implement a system to improve public service by allowing critiques and comments from the public that we serve. Now, to everything from the first to the third, it's just a matter of people letting know the leaders and whatever agency that they plan on visiting, or even to the office of the mayor, that they're able to express their satisfaction or their dissatisfaction or their whatever that they may feel that they encounter to every office that they seem to be not only visiting, but utilizing for their service, for their service to be served by the agency that they're seeking service from. And that's nothing more than either by verbal or by written and by telephone, and better yet, by a visit to the office. And I just want to try and keep it simple, that we are able to communicate both ways, not only from myself, but also from the agency head, to ensure that they are taken care of. My main priority, like I said, is just to ensure that the health and well-being of our people of Rhoda and our island. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to Senator Santos, number 2 on the ballot. Same question. Your top 3 priorities for the first 100 days if elected mayor of Rhoda, and how are you going to measure each of your priorities?
Thank you, Mr. Manglo. For purposes of clarification, do I have 3 minutes for each priority?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. So in response to that question, my first priority would be our economy. Our economy, to create, diversify, and sustain a vibrant economy by promoting our island as a destination of choice by international and domestic travelers. Furthermore, by promoting ecotourism, the natural and pristine beauty of Rhoda. Educational tourism by nurturing the existing sister city programs and establishing a new sister city program that would mutual beneficial to include culture exchanges, agriculture, commerce, humanitarian support, and assistance. Next, volunteerism to conduct free sports clinic, music clinic, fitness clinic. Another critical component for the recovery and growth of our economy is to ensure reliable air and sea transportation services by supporting the current carriers, attract and entice more carriers, work with DPL and CPA to certify the East Harbor as an alternate port of entry and expand the West Harbor. A small business development is just as crucial. We are going to support the current and encourage the start of new businesses and local entrepreneurs by hosting street markets, even perhaps having a taste of Rhoda. Continue the coconut festivals and include sweet potato festivals. And finally, to promote agriculture and aquaculture industries and fishing industries, and to create the Rhoda Economic Advisory Council to identify the strengths and weaknesses of our economy. How to measure those successes? Collection of data on visitor survival, frequency of flights, increase in value-added products and exports, increase of employment in private sectors, in fact, even increase in our local workforce, increase in local sponsored events, more opening of small businesses, increase in number of local entrepreneurs, feedback from the Rhoda Economic Advisory Council, and also rebuilding investors' confidence and visitations. Second, Strengthen public services. We are going to maintain and strengthen public services as public services links our municipal closer to her people, heightening our sense of inclusiveness, ownership that will promote effective community interaction, which leads to good governance and restore public trust. The process to fulfill this process or purposes is to number one, education. To enhance our relationship with the board and public school system, therefore establishing partnerships and being visible and active in programs, events, meetings, and becoming aware of services our children can avail of and what the municipality needs to help with. Health. Our local government plays a critical role in the health of our community and conduct consistent dialogue in terms of public health infrastructure, such as medical equipment and facilities, and pursue a small-scale dialysis center, renovate our referral housing, work with CHCC and RHC to provide a resident dentist, initiate frequent visit by specialists, and create or implement a standard operating procedure to respond effectively and efficiently to unprecedented emergencies to safeguard the well-being of our small population. Safety and security. Crime and safety is quality of life issue. Local government must ensure proper training and sufficient funding is provided to all law enforcement departments and agencies to effectively operate, provide services, and respond quickly and reliably. In addition, I would also like to add additional services available to our people, such as open a tax center and notary public service, expand Medicaid service, increase and expand broadband services to reach areas that are not currently covered using ARPA funds already appropriated to our municipality. Widen the availability of local Channel 5 for public service announcement, educational announcement, community and department events, and etc. Create also a one-stop permitting process. Collaborate with NMC and NMTI to provide additional programs for life learning skills. We must continue to protect also our OMCOs by improving their services, such as physical and nutritional well-being programs. How to measure these successes? Improve human capital, realize less inter-island medical referral or cost of referrals, increase essential services by departments, enhance security and protection of our people, reflect efficiency in permitting processing, healthier lifestyle, efficiency in our communication systems. And the third of my priority would be infrastructure. Infrastructure investment has a significant impact on our economic growth. Therefore, it is imperative for us to focus on resolving current issues relating to mining and quarry availability and establishing dialogue with DPO and seek private partnership. Revitalize existing buildings, structures, and parks such as that of the Pinatang Beach Park, a state-of-the-art beach park. Complete the consummation of Route 100 and also the land exchanges compensation. Initiate dialogue with DPW on the pavement of secondary roads and resurfacing of primary roads. Work closely with CUC and CIP to provide water and power lines to existing village and agricultural homestead. Irrigation for farmers and ranchers is equally important, and begin the design for a track and field facility and improve the aging facility. Explore also the possibility and push for the production and use of alternative energy to lessen our dependency on fossil fuel and its volatility. Commence dialogue on the reactivation of the early warning system. How to measure the successes of our infrastructure? We would realize an aesthetic environment, easy mobilization, increase farming and grazing activities, construction of residential dwellings, use of recreational facilities, enhance the promotion of the natural beauty of our island, increase dependency on fresh and organic fruits and vegetables, outdoor recreational availability, and also striking a balance between the natural beauty and physical and structural appearance of the beautiful island of Rhoda. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, candidate number 3, Senator Santos. For those who are just joining us on this live mayoral forum from the beautiful island of Rhoda, it's live now on 100.3 FM. It's live on Marianas Agupa YouTube, Marianas Agupa Show, Marianas Agupa Facebook, and TuneIn Radio. So for those listening today is the mayoral forum. What is it? We're gonna go ahead and if you're joining us again, we're gonna take questions at latter part of this program. Okay, so we're gonna go to number 3 on the ballot, candidate Harry Musga. The same question goes to you. What is your top 3 priorities for the first 100 days if elected mayor of Rhoda, and how you will measure your success in each of your priority? Candidate number 3, Mr. Harry Musga.
Si Jules mga si Mr. Glenn, permit na preciso na tatsoge gi halumi 100 dias na gi halumi opisina ni Mazot. Maila zata pan matsotso pareho ni Rota delegation ipumalo siya na man gehilo na man manianti zata kuni mga gesi tanota no mediko dentista sa tawag gi presente jangin sinya tatso gi man mapus pus jang hafa na tisinya pa go tatso gi hafa na ta no ta disattende estige na responsabilidad hinemlo imas importante gwini bulat ta hafa na man niluta man nainata man parentesta manggaygi ototono hafa na masosesi di esti ti DBS no masosedi ginin tempon siklos istapago manggagagita gwini pues enigi premed na debit tatso gwi kumon mamatsotswit pareho dan ipumalo siya na man gehilo na man magasta gwini humalom zo na sinya mas taajuda este man malanguta gwini sa importante premed segundo izota loki medical referral preciso loki natana ifresa zatana guys sa lepit kosa ki tonza umarichosa tonza uma delay jangin haji no credit card na no kondisyon na promanahano para otutano sa nisita no mas atención gi medical na manera estige debit atan sa preciso estige un manada eksperyensyata nataliliha tinigap niya ha gusto pa ako gwagwaha tapapana man malongo estige siya debi di tatso gwi zanata na preciso iutimo mayla za tabira tati edu siya ihakas ta tutso gwi na man mangumbida hit magi estudyantin 8 tano para u advansa didi de ekonomiyata pero inajuda mayla za tafatay tanota sa bonito tanota gasgas ta sita apaka iinay bulan ni jokta tabira tati edu siya tasilelebra sa edzigi no tinituhon jaginin edu na siyempre mas no mat mo magi i-requesta para tanota mungahit dumisatendi edu preciso siya sa bula man madisatendi giman maapod sa hafa na man nagigwinita ti debes na ta panagigwini sa ista manggay gihit gitempon no in advance na linala esya si Jesus Masi.
Jesus Masi, candidate number 3. Let's go to candidate number 4, Ms. Aubrey Hokuk. The same question goes to you. Your first top 3 priorities for the first 100 days. You've elected mayor of Rhoda, and how you will measure your success in each of the priorities.
Thank you for your question. The first thing we need to do is get organized. We must call our leaders together to come to the table, and along with our municipal government leaders, the private sector, the autonomous sector, we must all come together and create an action plan. With each of the leaders of each respective agency, they have the background knowledge and are able to identify what the deficiencies are in their respective agencies that contribute to the development of a community. By creating this action plan, we can focus on various issues that affect not only the people on island, the people on our neighboring islands and afar. Because for whatever reason, many people have left our islands to pursue employment, economic opportunity. They have pursued the military or are pursuing their education. And we want them to come back. And so how do we do that? And we need to understand that it has to be a ripple effect focusing on the priorities. And my top three priorities as mayor for Rhoda will be first, to enhance our industry, to support the industry. When I say industry, we have to focus on all facets of our community, whether it's through business, agriculture, fishing, the trades. We need to invest in our people and allow us to identify outdated laws that can no longer benefit our island of Rhoda. Rhoda is the most isolated island amongst the Marianas, and we need to be able to find creative alternative ways to help support these various industries so that they can prosper, and that'll ultimately contribute to stimulating our economy. Our second thing we have to do, because we solely rely on tourism industry, we need to be creative and identify other ways of helping bring in people, whether it's through beautification initiatives, whether it's through cultural preservation projects, or through Bisita Luta programs, or through ecotourism. We can find different ways to utilize the skills and experience of our people. We have many practitioners on our island who are very skillful, knowledgeable, and this is what many people, whether our brothers and sisters from the neighboring islands of Guam or from other Micronesian areas, even to the US mainland, they want to come and learn and see, view, experience the beauty and opportunity that Rhoda has to offer. And finally, I truly believe in empowerment of our people. We need to invest in our people. Why must we continue to rely on imported workers when when we believe that our people, given the trainings, given the resources, we can allow them the opportunity to enhance their knowledge and skills and be able to provide the services that we need on our island. If we can mold and pave and bridge the resources and support our people, they can go to school and become the doctors that we need. They can become the dentists that we need. They can go and become the engineers, the architects of our generation, come back and help serve our island. We encourage for them to leave, gain experience, knowledge, and come back. And this is how we can build the economy, stimulate the economy through entrepreneurship, through supporting our local people, because many of them have great ideas. They just need to be able to bridge, be given that technical support that they need to be able to successfully execute their business. We want to promote farming. We want to promote fishing. But many of them, they need access to that technical support that where we can bridge and allow them to execute their business idea. And these are the things that we can identify in our action plan. And this is what's going to hold our people accountable. Or this is what's going to allow them to hold our municipal government accountable. Because there's so many deficiencies that we can identify. But to be realistic, what can we focus on that will have that positive ripple effect so we can invest and address other issues that our island needs? And this is how I hope to, as mayor, to address the first 100 days of my administration if elected.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Aubrey Hokuk. Let's go to candidate number 5, Magdalena Mesgon. The same question goes to you. Your top 3 priorities for the first 100 days if elected mayor of Rhoda, and how you will measure your success in each of your priority. Candidate number 5, Mesgon.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the top 3 priorities. The first one, to work with the municipal councils first for the appointment of all the department heads, directors, because we cannot do it alone. We have to have a director. Also, within 30 days, the following managers for the following programs shall commence. We should have a program manager for our inter-island tourism to be in charge of creating events to attract the neighboring islands, either by sports, educational activities, cultural activities, or other activities that we can invite our neighboring islands. The next one, apprenticeship and entrepreneur program. We need to have a manager for that, so that person will reach out in the community with what program that they are interested in to train them. And one good example is the coffee planting. I know that there's a lot in the community now that they are planting coffee. Another manager, youth advocacy, in charge of different plans and activities to involve our community, our young kamaguon, manhobit. In light with that, also to include all that is able here in our island, not only youth, manamko, even the disabled. Also for aquaponic facility, I know it's ongoing, but we need to have an economic manager because mayor's office will support and continue to educate the community about the importance of aquaponic. They have to do demonstration, do outreach, revival of cultural performances. This is one way to do inter-island tourism, to highlight why we are Chamorros, why we are Rotarians. Another new program that I'm looking at, and I want, if elected mayor, I want to have a manager for animal feed demonstration center. In this center, the manager will be in charge in making our local feeds by using local produce, local talantangan, bokso, corn, whatever that we're planting here in our island, we can do feeds. The only thing that we need is a machine. And the manager is the person that will do a lot of educational for the community. Livestock Demonstration Center, another one, to demonstrate how livestock can be cared for in the community para tanang mga na pamblangko siya. We need our community cleanness to hire two real grant writers to help the departments, to assist the departments in writing different grants to boost up the necessity needed for their department. And also, the second priority is to request in writing the Rota legislative delegation to create a Rota local law to establish the Rota municipal address. Rota for its delegation, departments, agencies, boards, and commissions. We need to know what's going on in each section. Report of the number of veterans residing in Rhoda. How can we avail healthcare services for our veterans? Report also on the barriers and services for our disabled clients in Rhoda. Report on the coffee planting. I know there's some in the community, but we need to know the report. We need to have a report so that we can continue supporting the program. To review the operation too of the Casino Gaming Commission and make recommendation for action. The third priority, the department head and must take an workshop. This is very important in the workplace. We need to take CPR, first aid, customer service, telephone etiquette through the Office of Personnel. Each individual will prevent any kind of situation that is unacceptable during working hours. Also, to be self-sufficient if there's any situation arises and EMT are on their way. We can be trained CPR, first aid, and most especially the telephone etiquette too. Because once we call any department, sometimes they call hello, and then we need to ask, who am I speaking to, please? It is very essential that they know how to answer the telephone because they're working. They're not at home. So in doing all the three priorities. I know we came from education. I know number talks about action plan. In the action plan, we need to know who is responsible, when are they going to assess that, because we need to do assessment every now and then. It's not only through verbal, we need to have documentation. So that's my 3 priorities. Thank you. And si Joansi.
Okay, thank you, candidates again. Para urusan siya pago mo na ikumuk, pago na dia masinyala para este forum, mayoral forum, para kandidato siya na ma-preface siya para panmanyadbi kumo no Arkadi, the Gatbus and Bonito na Island Luta. Again, if you're just joining us, we're having this Gatbo forum from the beautiful island of Rhoda, the Rhoda candidates. We have 5 candidates live now on 100.3 FM, live on TuneIn Radio, live on YouTube, and live on Facebook. So before we go on, just a quick 30 seconds break. Stand by, candidates, and we'll get our sponsor from Bravo Pharmacy and Wellness Center at 10 o'clock.
Ikutid siya in amod dyan hinimlo. I-Bravo Pharmacy dyan Central Maulik na hinimlo. Pronto dyan listo na servisyon amod para hinimlo. Agang watu di 233 amod 233-266. Prescription di Bravo Meds at gmail.com. Mabababa ginin lunis esta business. Ginin oran alas 9 di Gega, esta oran alas 6 di Pupoy. Sabalo, ginin oran alas 9 di Gega, esta oran ala una ginaluan talo. Agan watu di 233 amo 233-2668.
Alrighty, Bravo Pharmacy and Wellness Center. Si Juice Masik. Gani DylanTower.com na kakatsusti first mayoral forum of the beautiful island of Luta. Thank you, Dylan. DylanTower.com. All right, so we're going to heading to the next question. Para candidate number 1, Mr. Alfred Taimanyao. The next question is, why do you deserve to be voted for mayor of Luta? And what distinguishes you from the other mayoral candidates? You got 3 minutes, Mr. Alfred Taimanyao.
Well, just to start off on that statement, I just want to say that I love Rhoda. I just want to ensure, like I said earlier, that the health and well-being of our people on our island is taken care of. That's my bottom line to this. I just want to let everybody know about that. So what sets me apart from the other candidate is that, as I mentioned earlier, I was a leader and a supervisor in both my military and civilian jobs. And I've lived and traveled worldwide and have experienced the different forms of community. In that terms, gives me the experience and that I'm able to choose the appropriate methods that may not have been tried here on the island of Rhoda or even here in the Marianas Islands. And it gives me that experience to better serve the community on the island of Rhoda. And I'm sure enough that, whatever that we may need, I know for the fact that I am capable and able of finding the necessary resources, the necessary tools to make sure that things are done for the betterment of the livelihood of our community and the betterment of our island. And to that extent, we are able to rise above what our southern island have and our northern island have. Because like I said, we're just such a small number that everybody seems to think that Rhoda is irrelevant. But I want to be able to prove to them, not only on our southern island and not only on our northern island, but worldwide, I want to make sure that Rhoda is noticeable, even if it's a dotted point in the globe. We can zoomed up, expand the knowledge of people knowing where Rhoda is in this world. Not only that, again, I just want to ensure, that everything that Rhoda represents, not only into the private sector, not only to the other islands, not only to our neighboring islands, but our national and international community. I feel that I have the drive to ensure that Rhoda is the best place in this little world of ours. And I want people, not only, like I said, not only in the national level, but also in the international level. So, like I said, we rise above our southern island and our northern island. And I can truly say, for what I believe in, that we're going to Hatsa Luta. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Candidate number one, Mr. Alfred Aymanel. And the same question goes to candidate number two, Senator Santos. Why do you deserve or earn to be voted mayor of Rhoda? What distinguishes you from the other mayoral candidates? You get 3 minutes.
Asitus masis nyot mangluon ya finini na zau na besangan teguini na hagagasa intensyonu planu dinisyahu na bebida zu tati gi gatbu na tanuta kosaki mas para behiut waktu gi tanuta zau wazi na koneksyon jangin kaigyo jangin kaigizu gi tanuta luta no bula sinya tasatba bula sinya tasogi jam bula loki sinya ta adilanta. I have the passion, I have the acumen, I have the experience and the knowledge to move Rhoda forward. Gitodo años na bintin publiko zo todo tempo na finini na taw-taw luta. Gihalom korasono, gihalom hinasok ko, jang gihalom espiritu ko. Segundo, o establish esta relasyon jan departamento siya gwini, agencies, entities, legislatura. Jagofi po tanti, no sahafa. Cosa que sinya tatsuni ginilisang papa hulo gwini. Importante relasyon. Importante na tasusteni, Dongkulo experience ko. Pareha dyan ito sangan gi earlier. Dongkulo lokwi. I have the knowledge, ample knowledge. Jan lokwi importante na taatan itaw-tawta interatmenti gi todo do siya disisadat niya jan hodzi na kandidato sinya mo satbay no siya sinya mo address no siya. Pes by fino English pa ako. My educational attainment, my ample work experiences, and my military services speaks volumes of who I am. In legislative, I have several years as a legislator, been a 2-term House of Representative and a 2-term senator. I was a former chief of staff for the Rota Municipal Council. I have a bachelor's in political science, and therefore I can say that I am politically matured. I have graduate courses in education and administration. I have been a teacher. I was an adjunct faculty for NMC. And because of this educational background, I will always consider myself as an educator. On the executive aspect, I have held various positions as a former disaster control representative, former DPO director, and former director for RHC.
We lost your audio, Senator Santos. Can you reconnect your mic? Uh, Senator Santos, can you reconnect your microphone again? Okay, stand by, stand by. Okay. Senator Santos, stand by. Okay, there you go. Go ahead. Senator Santos, go ahead.
Jesus Masi.
Go ahead, continue your response to that question. We apologize. We lost Senator Santos, but we got her back again. Sige muna, Senator Santos. Napunasan na. Okay, so we're gonna go to candidate number 3. Candidate number 4. Candidate number 4.
Hello?
Same question, candidate number 4.
Hello?
3 priorities for the first 100 days. I'm sorry. Why do you deserve to be voted or earn the vote from the people of Rhoda? To be voted for mayor of Rhoda, and what distinguishes you from the other mayoral candidates? Okay, Mr. Mosca.
Yes, sir. Good. Thank you, Jesus Masi, Senior Glenn. Ginen dinikikeho, I have this conviction and passion growing up, helping the community, and I'm also deeply involved in our Catholic community as well. And by having these examples, I assure you all that there's no room for inappropriate activities if elected. Gihalo mi finatutsoho siya, todza nay dumisaten tudzo gi opisina. Kupatutsui i gobernamento gaudeclarado ku prebado na sinya hupatutsui goberno zan itaw-taw na hu fafana who display maulik na character para gwaho zan opisina ni patutsui. Estige siya importante na lii publiko na sinyahit ta patutsui siya. Debe di o kabalis na gasgas ihinasomo, gasgas ikurason mo, gasgas isidamo yung patatutsungi, zang gasgas iplano mo. Debe di o guahaloki manautaw mo na malisto para ufan manyet bigi publiko. Estige siya importante na para tatsogo estige sa tiduda zo zan wasigura hamzo na ginin este todo siya na benepisyo humalom zo na sinya ta adahi ta protehi yung opisina na ta representa sa importante manayluho este tan manaynaho todo amzo na manayekngo bueno huzong ti patgon rico zo law ginin ni dinikikeho kututun manyet bigi publiko istapago tanza tiduda gi hamzo in lilia masya mono guato gagagizo maninit bizo di todo manera ku extending kanahyo zangin mailihizo para ba utsogo todo din nasinyaho gigasgas na manera za para ba extendi para ba baba loke yung opisina tati para publiko za tanoy publiko sa lokwe na ginin eno sinya o naihit hemplo jan idea tay mano na sinya taman machocho it pareho ti guaho ha ti sinya na guaho wa este bena posible debi tu tafan matasong papa jan iman gi mani luta ne man mailihi gini delegado i jaluta gita sa ipan gita tinian este gi importante na debi di utafan atuk-tuk jata asigura sa prometi estigi publiko tapafana prinemeti jamunga hit nata no tanda esti na prinemeti manilaw jan maniluho turam jan manekungo tana siguro na jangin impelo jo gwini bewa sigura hamzo na ti upareho i opisina ginigap jan man mamayla na tiempo Estia si Sus Masya.
Okay, Jesus Masi. Guasya question manalo na sta gini publiko. Na uno esti yang insinya in mampino sa mumuram zumona loke ni uno no. Di otro kisiya tatsuli sa esti pumalo. Guasya question gini. Para itu siya man may sim question sustenya amzo nauza tibonan na jan esti. If you're just joining us again, today is the mayoral forum for the mayoral candidates of the beautiful island of Luta. And we have, we'll continue on with the question to candidate number 4, Aubrey Bokuk. The question again is, why do you deserve or earned to be voted for Mayor of Rota, and what distinguishes you from the other mayoral candidates? You got 3 minutes. Abby.
Thank you for your question. Finanana malagazu by Faisen dispensasyon sa Tio Golf Claro para by Contusik Fino tomorrow. Wazangin Tatagwa by Faisen sa Potasyon Mizu, Zani Bandasyon Mizu, Kosinya by Contusik Fino English. Sa Dura by Tsagi Mona para by Praktika na Claro na by Contusik Fino tomorrow. Now, please forgive me. I'm going to give my response in the English language. But only, thank you for the question once again. Our people of Luta, our constituents, only they can determine who is deserving of the position. They all have an equal vote that decides or that is based on their civic responsibility to hear our candidate seeking office. But it is also our responsibility as a candidate to go and share our platform and our vision, because what it is we are asking them to entrust us with the responsibility to serve our people. And so with that, our people deserve leaders that can come together despite personal feelings, despite past experiences, but they must come together, be able to sit down and address the issues at hand to provide support and plans for the welfare and the general concerns of our people. We also need people, leaders that can empathize with our people, that can identify and produce solutions. And we need committed leaders that will be able to come together and see plans and ideas, see it through. We have experienced many people sharing their ideas. It's just a matter of the execution. But by bringing together and collaborating efforts, resources with your colleagues, and even with the feedback of our constituents, only then can solutions be executed. It is absolutely important for our leaders to sit down and for me, providing a younger, wider perspective. I bring with me experience, and I've even catered my educational endeavor in hopes of one day running for mayor. Since I was a little girl, I've always dreamed of running. And given the blessing and support of my family, it has given me the courage to offer myself as a candidate, because I can recognize the deficiencies, and by allowing me the ability to work with my colleagues and create solutions that will address the many issues that our people face, because our people deserve more. Our people, Rhoda is so uniquely beautiful with and our islands have many things to offer. And we want change, but change with moderation and understanding the goal to pursue modernization with cultural preservation by finding that balance. And we can do that with the people here and identifying, giving them the strength and the resources, the skills and trainings to do that. We can accomplish our goals, because this is what our people will hold our leaders accountable. By coming together and creating these action plans, this is how we can help identify and address the various issues at hand. I am a very committed worker. I am a hard worker, and that is what I value myself on. Seeing things through and helping ensure that we get things done. As a result, we must also reflect, be humble, because we are not perfect. And what we see or what other people may see, we may not. And it's important to communicate. And by being able to do that, not only we make things better, make things, progress things forward, and ensure that these things don't happen only for the betterment of our community. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And we'll go to the next candidate, number 5. The question, why do you deserve the urge to be voted for Mayor of Rhoda? And what distinguishes you from the other mayoral candidates? Number 5, Ms.
Okay,
Desmond.
si Diyos masik sinyat menglongi bay tutuhon ginin tagwini igwinifi ku para bayo falogo pas bayo panaptoso neste mat ginin takti gi 2020 ahi tipagwa nasakan ginin takti gi 2020 wahu na klase zahu maju papatso sinya jo hoci sinya tafan aki maulit na desisyon pues gihilo eno ilele kun na kapaso ginene todo eskwelaho experience ko sa ilele ko loke nagwaho na klaseng tao tori tempo manajujuda jo genereste ginene corazono taot sa na usangan ku atsudaw zafana tuna taot sa ini ga usangan tori tempo jo manajujuda gi kereng corazono pues si otro dai ilelek ko matungo pamagun genene pamagun man gagi gis melang talo takilo jan todo manamiko respetaw jo na Palawan tiunli jo lok na bimumo gi komenta gusto niya na pamumo kay mga problema. Di otro lok kita ni sa moro mampus una takilo durata kinene na iligwahi gusto todo hafan na ate jan todo hafan na kanta baila wahud saho ifamagunta lope mo makontinua it sa moro pues halong enaw ko kapas ufafaisin todo iadudon todo ibutadot humosinya junay ni botong kumpiyansa taki by hunayang todo akan na tungo sanggen waha inaan sudah kan komunikasyon lope ginini departamento ni interior Kongreso Norte Marianas, Kongreso Amerika, gobyerno, dyan todo legislatura, anak parata na posible ihawag ginagagaw ni parata tsobig winig tanuta ni gatbun na istando. Lopi gihilo na. Zanggen en na hunso midzo. Along idiosin mana zanggen makpo inauguration bayo sigura ramjo na bayo nagwaha des audit kada departamento kosa kita tungo hafagwahannya departamento hafatadzay o mampus bunga taw-tawnya at kau anisisita mas terus gihilo enaw sinya mas tana molik i komunidad, ana molik i gobernamento pa, anay para tana lala mo ekonomiya, ang todo programa na parulakno sujum i opisina timadso. Inige o prefer siya to by fanatsuta ginin i corazono. Taut sa na elektu afa na to na pasizo. Tori tempo manajujudajo ginin i corazono. Enwa, por favor, ahas dyan ni botong confiance sa si Magdalena Pinas sa Nicolas Ngon. Numo gibalo po.
Okay. Si Jules Masing tanong para tuloy sa mga na kandidato. Was your question? I'm gonna bring it up. Okay. On the screen. Chairman Mamamis question, stand by. Pag está humalong para si number 1 on the ballot and number 2 on the ballot. Okay. Number 1 on the ballot, Mr. Alfred Manel. The CNS Constitution, Article 6. Do you understand the CNMI Constitution, Article 6 on the mayor's duty and responsibility, Mr. Manel?
Dispensa, Mr. Manglonia, do you comprehend a question? A question,
The understanding of the mayoral duties and responsibility under Article 6 of the CNMI Constitution. Okay, this coming from the public.
Dispensa, talo. Lahir fan Mr. Manglonia microphone gati ki patson mo that na siguro na yo ta comprehend fan question.
Responsibilidad ia kadi ipapa i Constitution artikulo 6. No question wini kau kumuat kadi hau kau comprendi itso mo kumuat kadi hau ipapa eno na autoridad. Okay, we can skip that and bring you back later. You want to do that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we'll go to the candidate number 2, Senator Santos. The CNMI Constitution article, same question. Hamjastina Dos, Article 6, mayoral duties and responsibilities. Do you understand the responsibility with your elected mayor?
So in response to that question, the Article 6 of the CNMI Constitution, in particular, the responsibilities of the mayor, I can name a few. Number 1 is to ensure that the health, public safety, and welfare of our people are upheld to the highest standard. Number 2, the mayor has the authority to appoint resident department heads for each respective departments under his authority. And number 3, the mayor must submit annual budget to the legislature, in this case, beginning with the House of Representatives.
Okay.
So these are some of the duties and responsibilities of the municipality of Rhoda.
Okay, and okay, so the next question from the public goes to Aubrey and Magdalena, number 4 and candidate number 4 and number 5. The amendment 25. What is your understanding on the amendment 25? Candidate number 4. Go ahead. You got 2 minutes to respond. Candidate number 4, Aubrey Okok. Okay, I can see you, Aubrey. Did you hear what the question?
I'm sorry.
Okay, let me repeat the question from the public. Can you explain the Amendment 25 as it relates to the Mayor of Rota?
So based on it, what it is looking at the code of ethics. And so it is very important to have leaders that you can trust. I have never advocated that I am a perfect person. I have never advocated that I have never made mistakes. I am human, and I humbly ask for the forgiveness of my past experiences, but that does not deviate from my ability and my qualities to serve our island. Through commitment, hard work, and an action plan that will hold us accountable to address the needs and provide for the general welfare of our people, this is how we can build the trust of our constituents to see it through that we have the best or the general or the uh, public's interest as our priority if serving and if given the humbled opportunity to serve as mayor.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Hokuk. Ms. Hokuk. So the same question goes to candidate number 5. Amendment 25 as it relates to the Mayor of Rota. Candidate number 5.
Jesus masih code of ethics ti kumekelengnya gini mulacit isinya para tanah maulikit sa guana biay na niniracita mas manuwek para tay mano ni patana maulik mona jagi kining prindeo todo ito to manlalatsi jagi ninilatsi sinya mas tat bansa mona iparo fandinansi ini geeno debita hita ne tauto debita comprende na tauta tunas na tauto gitano manlalatsi ini ge uno na punto za hugagagaw si Diyos na ukontinua bumindisit mona ni para tafantunas za tara na fandinansi hafa na plano giman mamamala na tempo ut comprendia eno manlatsit ta aligo impenyo na para tana fan maulikit pues ini ge komekeleng niya na giningwapo utunga na giningwalat siyo parewa ma dyan numero 4 lao i sinineo lupi gi corazon muna maulik muna ihafa na plano si Diyos Mas.
Thank you, candidate number 5. And there's a public question goes directed to candidate number 3, Mr. Mosca. How do you propose to pay the $60,000 for each of the 5 commissioners of the Casino Commission on Rota?
No, Zangin, gumaha sa lapi. Sineha buwente, taapasi, Zangin, guha operasyon. Law, gipresenti, zan iman disiman mapos siya na sinesendi, guha di maapasi, na chuta guha operasyon. Sa jangin ta kontinunua isi mapapasi haji hit para ta paninanay sa lapi jan hafa ha na para ta durwa tapat sa lapi todo i ginagagaw na para ta apasi como según yung reglamento gobyerno como matsotso haw pues siyempre maapasi haw masya mano no Masya sinanamon tatamo tinagaw dididi pambali gina sa nudong da pinakyaw sa lapi. Pues como sinya ha 20 ta ribaha no sa 5 sina ta ribaha 2 put para talafan libyano mapasi da siya ha ta na inajuda ni tawtaw madzot put asunton sekretarya asunton hapa siya na tinigi dan pero inajuda kosa ki ti ugagaw mas na paratapan man apasi kulolo niya sa tawza operasyon pues enigi na kinimprendeho jangin ta sinya taribaha iapas kosa kita lapan libyano umapasi todo huzong umalumzo na mas man software mo na karirata mo na use masi.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to Alfred Emmanuel, on that first question. Your understanding on Article 6 of the mayoral duties and responsibility.
Yes, thank you again, Mr. Manglonia. For what I was reading up on, there's actually more than 6 items of responsibility for the mayor. For the mayor. But one basic responsibility is that he shall serve on the governor's council as established in section 5 of this article. Secondly, a mayor shall also administer government programs, public service, and appropriation provided by law for the island or island served by the mayor, and shall report quarterly to the governor relating to those programs and services or appropriation. Just to read on further, it's nothing more than ensuring that good governance is taking place without being as an elected mayor or a mayor holding the office. Bottom line to that is that just ensure that accountability and responsibility are withheld at a high standard. That should be suffice enough, and I can go further, but we don't have to go in an elaboration. So that should be it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Taimanyel. For now, let me go to the screen, and I'll just give you guys an update on the comments from our people, and I'll bring it up. All right, the first one that we received from Mr. Binaventi. Good morning, Uncle Glenn. Birthday. Okay. No question here. Okay. Kulu para si Agon Binaventi dan para si Benjamin Cruz. Thank you. Wasya dun Mizo audience out of Guam. Second comment coming up from Julie Ogo. Happy day. All right. The next one. Kulu para si Baki. Already made that, Julie. Okay, thank you for that. The next one that's coming up, Monica Taimanya, buenas, of the day. Okay, so there's audience out of Guam. Here's another one from Kevin Ogo. Kevin Manibusan and Lisa Ogo, half a day from Kevin Manibusan from Guam. And Pio Ogo from Rhoda. Okay, so there's people listening out of Guam. Chris Ogo here. Kulo Manggoy Zazun na Tauto Luta Ginengwahu, committed to elect Crispin Ogo, Friends of Kuri and Familia. Okay, thank you for that. The next comment coming up from Rosemary de la Cruz. Good morning, Marianas. So you guys have a lot of comments here. Buenas from June Manglonia. Buenas and half a day para todos. All right, we're just showing you guys the people who are making comments on your presentation today. Buenas, Dr. Marianas dan todo candidatos diha. All right, from Eleanor Taitano. Good morning, evening from Texas. So there's people listening out of Texas. Off island voters, remember that, candidates? Okay, Joseph Versailles, buenas, Keith. Buenas, Keith and Char Ogo, tune in, friend. Okay, so there are people are asking their friends to listen in. From Rosemary de la Cruz again. Hello, Leng. I don't know who's Leng there. Okay, so there's comment from Vivian Hokuk, you go ups. Okay. Comment from Melvin Manglonia, plan and execute. All right. Comment from Owen Niani Arispodi, Aubrey. Comment from Question Publico. Can you tell me about integrity? What it means to you, and do you have integrity to serve the public? Okay, so that one you guys need to address on your closing statement. KM Maratita. Okay, there's no comment there. Just making a shout out, I guess. Albert Maratita, shout out. Can you, from Question Publico, how can we trust in your integrity? Okay, so that needs to be addressed. Question Publico, again, please ask each candidate about their integrity. Nowadays, how can we trust you? All right. Questions about trusting the candidate. Can anybody see the public comment? Okay, yes, they can see it now. From there's no other comment here. Okay, there's another one here. Yes, these are all the mayoral candidates for Rhoda. From KM Maratita asking if there's any other candidate. These are the only candidates. Okay. Chris Ogo, if elected, where do you stand on the issue of huge public land that the National Park Service's proposal to establish a national park on Rhoda? That's a question from the public again. Question from Maratita, any plans on helping or reducing prices on food and food in stores and vendors? Okay, that's another one that you guys need to address. What is Amendment 25, by the way? Okay, so I asked you guys about that. Amendment 25 is the authority of the mayor of Rota. Enos versus Tenorio, remember that. Okay, your stance on Enos versus Tenorio about local services versus Commonwealth law. Okay, I get the authority of the mayor as it relates to the authority of the governor. Enos versus Tenorio. That's Amendment 25. Okay, so you can address that again in the closing statement. San Publico, using public funds for personal gain is corruption. Integrity is very important. Okay, so that's San Publico again. All right, there's a lot of comments, but I cannot take everything here. So because of time limitation, we got 15 minutes to go, and we're gonna go ahead and go with candidate number 1 for the closing statement. Before we go to the closing statement, though, hold on, stand by. I just wanna get this information out to the listening public. I know that there are a lot of people are calling in. Dispensa, por favor, sa tisinya o answer telephone medyo. Presente po di tempo na maiyo estay tempo na para tahutsun di programata. Natrabiat ti mapatutsinya bigi para tanak pangento sa sti kandidatuta. Lawes taw lang no sa siya question na siya manapan sauna hujung gido niya closing statement. I-question na ita lang no spago hinini publiko. Pues antisa di ba halong gi closing statement. Dahil sagi sumuli na siya dosa o uno na question gini ni direct line winning 670-234-5929 or 670-287-4536. Okay, I got one. Buenas, gua question mo para kandidato siya. Okay, nga reduce si zomo background no sound sa tisinya hungo ko. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Oh, yes, yes.
Policanos is a senator, is a Congress legislature. The fascist senator Santos como siya opitos na walutan West War kriminal dan perai makus como walutan timia dan eveno video papuno po flau pamia eveno bina bestige senate dan legislature dan Estados Unidos kaya dota delegate pilih dan kamala aduna ni panasalapisa como molik turu lutan timia ni West War devin na dapat aku mona satu basta ni safety tank na como te plate mumutong modu di dalam rumah kan.
Okay.
Jadi bino actually Senator Santos is fine for me.
Yes.
Thank you, Senator Santos.
Thank you, Mr. Phil. Precinct 2, question para si candidate number 2 about the sewer system on Rota. Do you have any plans as mayor, if elected mayor, Senator Santos, from the public?
Thank you, Mr. Manglonia. Let me retract a little bit with respect to the question that was asked. Do I know the duties and responsibilities of the mayor? And the third, to respond, I mentioned about the mayor's budget should be submitted to the House of Representatives. So the package of the municipality's budget should be first submitted to the governor and of course give copies to the House of Representatives and the Senate, the presiding officers. So let me now respond to that question. And the question was, what can the municipality do with respect to the sewage?
Yes.
Okay, so Rhoda, as it stands now, has close to about 4 million CIP funds. If elected mayor, I would ensure that we would use these funds for this purpose. And it's not only the municipality of Rhoda that we experience this, even with our medical referral housing here in Aslito. And that is one of my plan on the infrastructure, is to ensure that we rectify this through the use of CIP funds or other funds that are available in order for us to resolve this. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Senator, for that response.
And in furtherance to that, we would collaborate. We would coordinate with our local DPW, and if necessary, we can perhaps solicit assistance from our central government DPW. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna take one from the landline. You got any question? Your name, please. To any of the 5 candidates for Mayor of Rhoda. Your name and your question. Nala, okay. Hold on. No, can you make your question louder, please? Please speak louder.
Well-being dialysis, not only dialysis, control pengaruh malam. Representative masyarakat itu. Pula problemanya sih nak rumah, ane semasa no. Ikada, apa masalah, banyak udah bisinan di madot, romalik lah. Saga, apa tu? 2 weeks ago, padulan di cukup bau di Banyu. Manogan manyangoni tu kalau mesti kita balu. Pues wahai masu ni tak berbisa dokter. Dimau. Dah. Mana itu salah sih mereka tarik lah. Itu nak problem. Itu dan kolom hantu. Kau tarik ini. Tarik lah itu jangan problem kita manolong. Tiga contoh tu malu lugar katakan malam ula defektif.
Okay.
Dan dia lebih kemarin dia.
All right.
No, wah, uno na rumah. Apa malam lo, malam mo manyak daw sa mga naan. Por favor, nagtolong kanto. Nasa kantin ako kalong. O, arregla ese día na problema sa silo na problema. Para happy, na hindi mo isa mo mami, hindi na nalang mo mami.
Stop.
Kung gano'n daw kanto na masya kanto malo, por favor, kung arregla ese na problema sa mampo. Mampo. Esta po na naman, pagka na defecto. Sa mong kanto, resisibi. Hindi dia betul. So, kita tadi pada yang menarik lah waktu itu. Dia mau, susu ni. Seperti manusia, apa nak tahu kenalo ihano. Kumano tu pada ini pak kongres tu, dan gawal tu ada. Nah, poinnya, mohon. Nah, antes itu kalau pensiun arregla este problema.
Okay.
So, esta vino y mejor la humano de país delegation para ver más ayuda. Tú me quedas tanto presente.
Okay.
Itu masih la top na materia de dana. Itu todo itu ni presentation. Lau, por favor, ayuda ini necesita ayuda. Ini naik mengalami, menggait kita
Okay.
itu masih sinoplen.
Si Jus masih lopin no na question o sino comment zo akan ezo na sinimpi gini ni man mongus yan man kay ini. Wag ini binahulumang uzum gini i Sagi Marianas. Sige, gini ni Sagi Marianas. Mangginay si Frank. Okay, tutungo no kino question gini ni Sagi Marianas. Thank you no yung ultimo kay Sagi Marianas question All right, pues puri oras ta siga muna kantea esta 10 minutos antes di oran alas 11 Tapon no aguato di closing statement 3 minutes para hogo senyor candidate number 1 Mero candidate number 1 Mr. Alfred Aymanel is almost closing statement 3 minutes please because we're running out of time.
You got it. I understand. Well, first and foremost, malaga zo na besangani eti amko na humalom gini na programa na dispensa na endo in society. Pwede amon gi manmamala na tempo na na siguro na magwait na mapamaulik ta man ma-attendi man malombo geno gi referral. Tilele ko na o geftungo hafa necesita para matogi po manadinanti todo mona. Okay? Y segundo na antes by along gizo ko closing statement, I just want to be able to state this out. Integrity is what I hold to the utmost of myself, because I want my yes to be yes and my no to be no. I don't want to be able to just be speaking without substance. When I speak, I want it with substance, so that way people will know exactly what's going to happen or what's taking place. And I want to ensure that the general public, or even our community of the island of Rhoda, and even our people that are off island, that they will know exactly what's taking place on their island, okay, and within the community. So in closing, I want to thank the Marianas Agupa, Mr. Maglonia, and those who joined this forum for the opportunity to present myself, my vision, my plans, my goals for the community and the island of Rhoda. I want to quote two quotations from two individuals that I've encountered throughout my life, not only personally, but also through reading books. One of them is by scientist Albert Einstein, and he said, "It's insane to expect different results if you're doing the same thing over and over again." That's from Albert Einstein, a scientist. And then a local senator, actually from Guam, Mr. Alan Sek, to make it even a comical side to that is that he said, if you don't vote for me, we both lose. So please vote for me, Alfred Tysican Terminal, #1 in the ballot. And I want to say a big thank you. Maraming salamat po, si Jesus Masi, and Hatsaluta.
Thank you. Go ahead and mute your mic there now, Mr. Tamanel, as we go to the next candidate #2, Senator Santos. Go ahead. Your closing statement, 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mangloni. And so to achieve our municipal priorities, we must create a comprehensive and diverse team that will work in collaboration with the municipality in the foregoing goals and objectives. The municipality will be equipped with the following: grant management to secure other funding sources besides exclusively depending on our general fund, and to ensure that our municipality receives its fair share of federal funds and grants. This is very important. 2 is to equip our municipality with legal affairs to handle legal matters for legal sufficiency in all of the municipality's missions, to employ a fiscal affairs, formulating the budget and cost estimates to support the plans, programs, and the activities of the municipality, to analyze fiscal records and anticipate revenue collections or reductions and plan accordingly, to employ Rhoda Medical Referral Liaison, a referral representative to maximize potential services and assist our people who are medically displaced temporarily, civil engineering technician to help plan, design, and build infrastructure projects, and also to employ community outreach coordinator to coordinate, develop plans and events, activities for our community and our visitors, and of course to have a community well-being coordinator to provide the necessary well-being services and programs for our community. I strongly believe this is very important, also considering that we were just hit by an unprecedented pandemic. And so in addition, our municipality would meet with local leaders, the administration, the legislature, the CNMA's delegate, boards and commission to establish and build our working relationship. We will then be able to work more effectively on issues surrounding our economy, infrastructure, and the physical health of our municipality. The municipality will also deliver an annual State of the Island of Rota report to our people for transparency and accountability. And when we speak in terms of transparency and accountability, that in itself is integrity. And with this set, these are our people's platform. This is our municipality's platform. So I ask both our electorates on island, both on island and off island, to please consider my candidacy. I'm #2 on the mayoral ballot, Teresita Apatang Santos. Ginin Taihinikuk na hiningin mizo, zan humit di na hiningin mizo, gizagwaho. O sengway samzo, na tautauluta. Sendang kluna si Jesus Mausi. Thank you very much. Gilaso, and maraming salamat po.
All right. Thank you, Senator Santos. Go ahead and mute your mic as we go to the next one, candidate #3. For mayor candidate, your closing statement, 3 minutes, please, Mr. Musca, and stabilize your video. Okay, thank you. Go ahead. Closing statement.
Si Dos Masi Senyor Glenn, dan todo siya kung may lulu estige, todo siya muna posible estige na programa pago na ogan, kunani am judang kulo na si Dos Masi. Para todo rin iman kungok, parewa luta tinian Guam sa ipan, dan Estados Unidos, kunana yung judang kulo na si Jesus Masi. Kudin dito tempon medyo, good afternoon America, good evening Americans, and good morning America. Sa timang pareho i orata. Si Jesus Masi po todo na parain isteguzi umatan dumitit mina dan man mamatinas desisyon para in adjik haji gimanagwahit pronto kabalis listo gas-gas dan sinya para infan kineni mo na di estina kareran hinanaw magaganji para manjot luta. Humalom jo na ginin todo siya ho hanawbi ho halombi siya na tsotso jan plano na esta no mapatinas di komite jan tumatitidi jo mo nagwini pumalumzo na todo ha embrasa i esta munhajan man masangan put hinemlo put edukasyon put ekonomiya todo do alikultura presyon tenda katga jan it no but kon airi na sinya hanapan libyano hit mas mo na itahananaw gagwini sa makat na tempo ta papanak mo na pues ginin esti jangin in naizo nesina po det ku fefresi hamzo ku bababay kanayo ku bababay opisina para impanmatto in presenta hamzo hafa diput si malago mizo jangwahu loki bay hubabay opisina para bay presenta hamzo hafa sa nalom niya hafa intensyon niya hafa i opisina debi di u extendi huzong para hamzo estigi mananahu jan maniluhu hugagagaw hamzo ginin esti mayla bay noay hamzo ejemplo pago gimisa ilek niya i tronco na i bravo produce si bravo na teksa pues gi oficina na gas-gas jam pronto jan ariklaw sempre produce huzong gas-gas na developmento para itauto jan para enteramente i manotota Marianas. Estiha guaha un ultimo para baysangan na ilik niya pareho gagaw lauta pareho na sigun gi haji man gagagaw jan haji man nanay estigi i relasyon debidio taktilo jangin humalumzo jangin in na halumzo gi minagov kurason mizo da inhengi nagwahu sinya para be ajuramzo por favor hugagagaw i ajudum mizo todos hamzo maniluhu saipan luta tinian Guam jan Amerika hugagagaw zo hamzo estina kudet i para na ajo kosa kisinya tana ta kuni mo na estina hinano jatana sono tana gas-gas tana bonito mo na itanota sa mangi itanota luta taza sinya gumana estina tono sa itano luta mamis un manada man jejelos prapanhano magi lotisinya sa put a reglamenton gobyerno was gilo esti kunana yamzo dangkulo na si Zeus masi todo do samzo si Zeus uta pamimindisi maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat mga kababayan sa buong mundo. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat po. Si Zeus maasi, si Zeus na paminindisi mo na ikarirata. Adios.
Adios. Si Zeus Masi, candidate number 3, Mr. Harry Musca. Go ahead and mute your mic as we go to the next closing statement from Ms. Aubrey Hokuk. You got 3 minutes for your closing statement.
Thank you. I would just like to extend a sincere gratitude to you, Marianas Agupa, the host, Mr. Glenn Manglonia, and to the other candidates for your time in helping express our vision and platform to our constituents. Once again, I humbly ask and seek the support of our constituents and for your vote of confidence this coming election to serve as the seat or in the seat of mayor. I bring with me 10 years of public service, even from a young girl as a student, taking on various leadership roles and working hard, sacrificing, pursuing higher education, pursuing degrees that will help me provide that background knowledge, and then, of course, gaining experience through my current capacity, not only in serving as a CDA, Commonwealth Economic Development Chairwoman, along with former chairwoman for the Northern Marianas Housing Corporation, Marianas Political Status, and then in my capacity to help create, plan programs and grants for the municipality. For me, I humbly and I wholeheartedly agree that my word is my value. Integrity is doing what is fair and right for the people of Rhoda. And for me, I envision, because I recognize the many skills and talents of our practitioners, of our youth, and the stories and experiences our manamkos, that they can provide the guidance to our leaders, to our youth, and understanding the partnership, the importance of partnering and communicating with our leaders in the interest of our people. Because I envision, if given the opportunity and been given the honor to serve for the island of Rhoda, that we can create a community where we can unify and support one another, because at the end of this election, someone will lose, someone will win, but we must band together and support our leaders, because we all love Rhoda. We all can hear that we have, for whatever reasons, that has made us serve or offer ourselves as a candidate. We all love Rhoda. We must do what we need to do to create a Rhoda that our people can be proud of. I want to contribute and have a direct impact that my son and his future generation can be proud of. And that is why I am running. And that is why I want to provide my service, my skills, my experiences into this election to offer our people. And hopefully pray that they can entrust me and give me their vote of confidence this upcoming election. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Aubrey Hokuk, number 4 on the ballot. So go ahead and mute your microphone as we go to the next, number 5 on the ballot, Mrs. Magdalena Mesingon. Your closing statement, 3 minutes, please. Go ahead.
Finena si Jus Masi, Senyor Manglonia. By Fino English, pas bibiro talo sa Bifino Samoro. In closing, please vote number 5, Magdalena Pinaula San Nicolas Mesnun. Number 5 represents the 5 food groups for healthy living: fruits, dairy, vegetables, grain, meat. Also, the Maslow's human needs, physiological needs, our safety, love, esteem, self-actualization, 5 elements of nature: earth, water, fire, air, and space. And also, it represents our divine, Ginanitata, Ilahinya, Espiritu Santo, Amen. That's 5. Aluf, building our municipal government together, nothing less but the best. If elected mayor on April 20, 2023, Wednesday, marks the 100th day after inauguration, Rhoda 100 Days municipal address will be shared to the community from the mayor and the leaders of Rhoda. Undangkulo na si Jus Masik. Thank you. Salamat po. Si Jus Masik para Joku Committees. Todo'y tautoluta. Todo'y maneekungog sa Ipan, Tinian, Guam, Amerika, dyan todo itlobos. Por favor, numero 5, naijo ni botong konfiansa para bayo extende. Ikanayo, hujong ipubliko na para bayo na maulik para tanah maulik dan para tak bangsa itano luta. Si Jus Masik, si Magdalena Pinaula San Nicolas Mesngunjo, numero 5 di baloto, si Jus Masik.
All right, si Jus Masi talo para tududu samjo. All right. Magpi ora panelos ni para tahutsum i programan Marianas Agupa. Saludo para tududu samjo i 5 na kandidato na mau-frequency siya para sedpi i gadbo dan bonito na Isla Luta kumuat kadi. Talo numero 1 gibaloto si Mr. Alfred Taimanel, number 1 on the ballot. Number 2 on the ballot, Senator Santos, number 2 on the ballot. Parahogulokwi, number 3 on the ballot. Harry Musga, number 3 on the ballot. Number 4 on the ballot, Aubrey Hoko. Then ultimo, number 5 on the ballot, si Magdalena Mesun, si Jus Masik. Para tuloy sa good luck to you all. Talo ginili ko naman Marianas Agupa. Na esta otro día ay talo. Jesus Mase. Alright. Adios. At titil ko na paratapan ating mga panilos talo di programang Marianas Agupa. Si Jesus Mase no unggan gula siya timan alum binigi programata. Lo importante ang panilos na parata siga zumeting mo na at sukan i programa Marianas Agupa. Lagi mamamayla na Sabalo sa Pilopi takumbida i at kandidato para usigbihin di opisina i Office of the Attorney General. Si Attorney General Manipusan na ni kandidato lokwi si Mr. Judge Lizana di mamamayla na Sabalo. Esta humudong invitation na pwede manhitag binigay programan Marianas Agupa para i-AG Forum. Kalo panilos gini ni Autoridad Historian Marianas Agupa, si Mariano Iglesias, si Jus Masi, si Buela Agatete, Sempia Humalong bini oto semana, pwede ya. Basta mo na dyan siya i-atsaki. Ginin luta ng pilihan Senator Singh, si Jus Masi, Buena Lope Papa, pwede agwatin po niya. Si Tuluta Isidoro Cabrera, no nangin Loki todo munazan todo at sakinya sa piya humalo manhitan si Isidoro. Lo pagod maladatan dingwanzo talo ginin si Alan Castro. Imo manini makiniliya siya gwini, yung small si Alan. Bahu si Glenn H. Magno niya inagway sa inapamulit na pas para todo do samzo. Adios. Ugway sa hanzo esta uto sabalo.